everybody.
There are too little women in the EV world.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. We need to highlight the clean tech, the female clean tech leaders. So you have 56 stations right now? 57.
57 actually,
57.
yes.
And
55 stations along the highway and 2 stations, 2 city stations in Den Haag.
And 6, you're starting construction on 6 more.
Yeah, that's the next batch we are going to build. 1 city station and 5 along the highway.
And how many do you expect by the end of 2017 will be?
Well, difficult question.
Okay.
It depends about financing and also what we can schedule in the meantime on stations. But I think in September we will probably have 63 stations. So at the end of 2017, about maybe hopeful 70, I think.
And I remember when I was here 2 years ago, I asked you like what your target was, what you needed, what you thought you needed to be financially sustainable to hit that. What's the progress like membership wise as far as reaching these base targets? How's your membership grown in the past couple of years? Has it been satisfactory? Or
Well, it also depends on the number of electric cars, and there are only 15,000, I think, today full electric in the Netherlands, and I think we need about between 50 and 100,000 full EVs.
Yeah.
So if it doubles every year, then in two years we will be there. Yeah.
And the question I'm asking everyone, what's your expectation with the Model 3 coming and the 2018 Nissan Leaf, which we just wrote about, which we expect is going to have over 200 miles of range again. I mean, this is sort of a breakout year, we think, for these long-range affordable. Plus, you already have the Zoe on the market here, right? The affordable long-range Zoe.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what's your expectation with these cars hitting? Do you think we're going to start seeing this rapid uptick, or do you think we still have the challenge of awareness and?
Well, you also have the Ampera A.
Right, yeah.
And it's also, I think, in Europe it's very important, also in the US.
Yeah.
So we have all these different models. I think the second half of this year or 2018, and I think it will really be a breakthrough. Yes, because they're all affordable cars, and also for lease cars, for companies.
Yeah,
this is an important.
Well, we've been curious about. Have you heard much? Because obviously GM is sold Opel to a PSA group.
Yes,
and we've been. It's been unclear from the beginning how much they were going to produce the Opel Ampera E versus the Chevy Bolt. I mean, do you have much insight into that model coming to market here? You don't have much.
No, I don't know. I don't know the numbers. No.
Yeah.
But we heard about the Model 3 Tesla, that there people reserved about 20,000 in the Netherlands.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
which is quite a lot.
That would more than double your current current fleet. I mean, that sounds about right globally too. Like this is sort of the doubling the market.
Reservations globally,
right.
20,000 for the Netherlands as well.
But I was talking. I took the taxi electric here with a Leaf, and he highlighted that it's actually cheaper. I was asking the price difference, and he said it's cheaper than a normal taxi here. Okay. And I explained, the Leaf is 35,000. The base taxi that you buy with gas is 40,000, 50,000.
Yeah.
And they have actually a system where they show you the cost of your ride, €10.
Yes.
And the cost of if you took a normal taxi, and it's just going up and up and up.
Yeah.
So it's already beating on cost. So I was like, why aren't all the taxis electric? And is it simply awareness? I mean, the exciting thing when you come to Amsterdam is you see electric cars everywhere. We come in and we're like, oh my god, you see Teslas, Leafs, everything all over the place. It's the second biggest market in terms of market share. Norway has the most market share, and then I think the Netherlands and Amsterdam especially. But is there still just this lack of awareness here, or what's the deal?
I think it's also a big investment to invest in all the cars, new cars. So that's probably one of the problems.
It's price and range.
Yeah.
Price and range still.
And the range is still too small. You only have Tesla, in fact.
Right.
And I hope that when we have the second generation of electric cars with bigger batteries for the Leaf, the BMW, the Opel Ampera A, then it starts. It starts to be comparable with the range of
So there's still the price and range, and do you think also awareness, or do you think people know that they're here?
Awareness is good.
Awareness is good.
And everybody, if you speak in the Netherlands to people, people
they know.
are convinced that in the end all cars will be electric.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, and also the need for fast charging stations in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
We still don't have them in Amsterdam, so that's a little bit of pity, but.
Yeah.
That's
well, you
one
guys.
of the things
You're filling that spot pretty quickly. I think pretty amazing leadership here. But you say when you talk to people, you're a big shot. So are you talking about when you talk to executives and or are you talking about the average person here?
I think, by now the average person, yeah.
Exciting.
It's getting normal an electric car, and well, I think its range, it's the price, and for us it's locations.
Yeah.
Because it's a very densely populated country. I think it's the same all over Europe. People underestimate the key is good locations.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot more questions, but I see here behind you we actually have a Clean Technica article on the board, so I have to highlight that. and I love the chart that you guys, the version of the chart you made with the Fastned colors here with the battery price drop.
Yeah, a blog that Michiel Langzaam wrote. About our plan.
But this was from the Nature article, Nature Journal article, and you guys Fastnedified it with your yellow coloring, but it's beautiful. Yeah. Well, thanks a lot. We'll have more questions in a minute with more of your experts. Okay, cool. So this is your network. This is awesome.
This is our network live. So
that looks similar to my network. Yeah. Doesn't that look like our network in Poland? No.
Yeah, you have to zoom out pretty much.
Yeah.
Get the one pin, and it's literally.
Yeah. No, this is so exciting. Look at how spread out you already are.
Yeah, and more will be built. Like Kira also said, we're going to build 6 more stations. So we're going to fill the gap in the center of Holland. It's an important corridor.
And you mentioned earlier that you don't have any in Amsterdam. Of course, you're looking at the routes between cities where people would actually use them.
Yeah, we would love to build in Amsterdam as well, but the city of Amsterdam is not really helping us in acquiring locations or establishing stations, unfortunately.
Why is that? I mean, I know they have the level 2 stations all over the city. They just decided to stick.
They've invested heavily in the AC charging poles. And somehow they seem to think that there's no demand for fast charging. So we try to prove them otherwise, and we like to prove it by just building stations on our own expense. But far they didn't let us.
That's fascinating. So, and you're talking with the top people in charge of EV charging, e-mobility, and they still think fast charging is not needed in the city. Really.
Yeah, and if we hear, you mentioned earlier taxis, for instance. A taxi driver wants to charge their car as quickly as possible, so they can, take more rides.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And currently, there's only a handful of fast chargers in Amsterdam, so it's very limited, and we're very eager to build. Serious fast charging stations in Amsterdam.
Well, that's crazy. I mean, we highlight Amsterdam a lot for its leadership on EVs. It's one of the top markets. Probably number 2 city, I think, behind Oslo in the world. And we highlighted the great charging program they have, where if you want a charging station on your street, you just ask for it and you get it. But then you have these weird situations where they don't understand the need for fast charging.
If you go to Oslo, and I've been there several times, they have a lot of fast charging infrastructure. Dozens of fast chargers in and around the city, while the number of AC charging poles is more limited. So there, it's a bit in reverse.
Yeah.
So.
And what do you guys think of the of what they've told you about Fastned so far here in the network?
Really cool how they are busy expanding, and especially also working on urban chargers now. So in The Hague, which we'll be visiting in a bit. Really cool to see they are also working on getting connections in cities.
And you're a Dutchman studying in the University of Utrecht. I imagine you don't have an electric car.
No, unfortunately. I would love to, but.
But are you eager to get a Fastned membership, just to play with it?
For my electric bike, maybe. No, it would be cool. I think it really is cool to. I think a lot of people will have electric cars in 5 to 10 years, and. Them definitely everyone will be using.
Everybody will have Fastned membership, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Kuba, any reflections on the network in the intro?
It's a nice thing to see a company who is in fact before the wave. So usually it's like you have the wave and everybody tries to catch their place on the train.
Or catch them smiling about their leadership with this fake beer. No? Oh, you got your Model 3 reservation gift there? Yeah.
That's not mine, unfortunately. Okay. But you can see all the existing cars are here. This is what's coming. Zoe's already here. We got updates of e-Golf, of the Opel E and so on.
So they're ranked by range here as well.
Yes.
Range and...
Range goes up. You see the Tesla Model S
and here
and
you
X.
see the
Those are the outliers.
Yep. That's awesome. You guys are so cool. You do such cool stuff.
These are the cars that we really think they are coming. So the vaporware is not included.
Exactly, yeah. So that's interesting to get your vision of what you think is really going to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of vaporware to... Oh, get the Lucid Air up there. God, did you see one of our guys got to ride in that recently? He got one of the first rides in that Lucid.
In the Lucid Air, really?
Oh, yeah, he was blown away. He said it blew him away more than the P85D he had. Yeah.
But there's another Hyundai Ioniq coming in 2018. Or?
Yes. The electric, the fully electric.
There will be one.
But
it's more. We already have the Hyundai electric full.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, this is.
But it will come with bigger batteries.
Oh.
You're talking about like a 30-mile or something range boost.
Hopefully more, because now it has 28 kilowatt-hour battery. I think
you think they'll bring one with 50?
40, 50.
40, 50, yeah.
I mean, the benchmark is set by this guy's 60 kilowatt hours. It's supposed to have 60 kilowatt plus, at least as an option.
Yeah.
So if you want to be in the market,
and you think Hyundai is serious and wants to really be competing with Leaf and Ampera E and...
I think Honda tried fuel cell.
Hyundai, not Honda. Honda, no, we just laugh at Honda.
Hyundai, yes, I think they are, because Kia is also already in the market as well with the Kia Soul.
But the Kia Soul, they made a deal of it wasn't going to be a compliance car, but then they came out, it was a compliance car. They're just...
So we don't know where it will end up, where Kia and Hyundai. But Hyundai Ioniq is a good car.
The Twingo. Were you also expecting that they might unveil that in Geneva?
Maybe.
Well, it was. We had some articles about maybe this is the surprise Renault is bringing to Geneva.
Yeah, Geneva was a little bit of.
But it wasn't. Yeah.
It's all slow.
Just some vaporware. Okay, cool. And what's this?
Yeah, this is also our station map, and all the ones which are not yet lit up. Those are still the stations we have to develop.
But you have the permits.
We have the permits.
Yeah.
We have more than 160 permits right now.
99.99% uptime stations. Have to ask, what's wrong? Why is not 100%? What's wrong with you guys? You guys have some serious...
We have power outages every now and then. So then
you have power outages in the Netherlands?
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah, because the companies, they let us down then. So then the power is out for 2, 3, 4 hours. So it can never be 100%.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Because you're such a huge user then? Or?
Yeah, just the grid company then failed somewhere with a cable or... So we had a big power outage in Amsterdam a few months ago. So then everything is dark.
It's not super mature to blame all your problems on other people, It's not really not the way you should do it, I think, No, it's amazing. You guys have a tremendous service. And you highlighted the great service last time I was here, where you guys were watching people at stations.
And
they
called the customer yesterday because the charger, also emergency button was pressed. So I was looking into it. Why was it pressed?
Did you show or tell these guys about this? About you watching this?
So we can see all the sessions.
Yeah, we have
what customers are
cameras
charging.
at the station, so we actually can see the people charging at every station. And we can see in the system, we can see the default, so we can contact them.
And they have service people who are sort of watching, and he was pointing out, if they notice it looks like someone's going in the wrong direction with something, they'll even call them up.
At a given moment, let's say in the peak hour, how many chargers are being utilized?
Here you can see it.
I think we have 15 already charging. So
at the same time, it can
15.
be up to 20.
20,
So we've hit 20 already. And if you look at the number of charging sessions, it's close to 4 per day per station. But that includes all the remote stations as well. At the busier stations, they can easily reach 10 per day.
Yeah.
Are you still having troubles with the BMW i3 drivers
No.
who don't realize how to charge?
Now it's less because now you need to select the type of car that you have. So we say plug in the CCS plug.
So you changed
This
your
helps.
system.
We change the system.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
You
good.
can't change the customer, but we
Yeah.
can change our system.
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
That's great.
And I think we are developing the systems all the time to help the customers more and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that's
an
the sign.
ongoing
Of,
process.
yeah. So you guys are always paying attention to what you can improve
Yeah.
in the software, in the
yeah,
service,
really also for the websites,
in the hardware
get more
too, or
investors and more locations and
Hardware
just to make it
to
better.
a certain extent. Yeah.
yeah.
and the investment is still only open to Dutch people or
No.
No,
can
for
invest.
everybody. Yeah.
anybody, but you have to be like a registered investor, or you can be like any average person can invest.
Yeah, everybody can invest. Yeah.
But you have to at least be in
But,
Europe, right? You can't be like American.
Yeah, there are
can't-
some restrictions. I don't know all the details.
Okay.
But not always we put new shares in the market or new loans in the market. So
Yeah.
it has to be a period where we actually do that.
Okay.
So right now that's not the case. So
Yeah, you
right
can
now,
only buy shares at an exchange, but it's not really directly from Fastned.
And so one last question before I let everybody have lunch. So Tesla's, Bart was pointing out, is still a huge portion of the market. It's like 50% of the market, even though they're expensive. Do you have? I mean, obviously they have longer range, so they have less need for fast charging, and they have superchargers. Do you have them using Fastned stations a lot?
Yeah.
They still are using it a lot.
yeah, we have a Tesla adapter at each and every station. We're now equipping the best stations with the second Tesla adapter because of demand.
Yeah. So you have so even despite their ability to charge at home, their ability to use superchargers, you have great demand from them.
Yes.
That's a good sign, obviously,
Yeah.
for you, because you're wondering probably with the Model 3 coming, are they going to use our network or not?
Yeah, we are sure they will use it because we
now-
have 7 superchargers in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
But for some people, it's not really logical to charge there because they have to drive a lot of kilometers behind it to get there. And
Yeah. And do you think Tesla is feeling like they don't have to expand in the Netherlands as much as other places because they know
Also
that
still
fast.
expanding. So they've recently opened 2 new supercharger sites, and of course, we see that a little bit in our figures as well. But there's always, locations where we have a presence with the station, but not Tesla.
I have to look at the map, but do you know what their plan is for station growth in the Netherlands this year and the next year?
Not exactly, because the Netherlands is only this part of the map.
Yeah.
So you have to zoom in and then look at where the pixels are.
Yeah.
So it's difficult
really
to
hard to
say.
see.
I'm just thinking, because if I was at Tesla in charge of supercharger expansion, I'd be looking at the Netherlands and think, well, Fastned's got it covered pretty well. We'll focus our resources on other markets where there's not fast charging, but okay,
Yeah.
that's my sales pitch for.
You need to ask Tesla.
Yeah, we'll ask Tesla. All right. Did you have something you were?
Yeah, I was just thinking that this is their approach to just cover the area so you can smoothly go from one country to another in a long trip. So it wouldn't make sense to introduce too many superchargers because you would just create another issues for the users.
Yeah.
It's focused on long distance travel. While we not only focus on long distance travel, but just charge your car as well.
Okay, so we just got to this Fastned charging station on the side of the highway, and
You ready? Be good to go.
yeah.
So all I need to do is start the app. It's already pre-selected what connector I should choose, and I press 3, and now it will begin.
So it tells you which connector you're at, and you just.
Yeah, you can hear the charger already clicking. So
So are you done? Is it good? It's going?
yeah, it should be going, and then it will also be visible here. And the app will actually show you how many kilowatt hours you've been charging at this particular station. So now it's running.
Yeah, you can only see the
Not
best.
sure if the video is actually.
And yeah, it charges the faster to 80%. It doesn't stop after 80%, but the last 20% just takes. So most people charge to 80%, yeah, and then maybe a little bit more. So they know. Yeah,
It do-
yeah.
It doesn't stop at 80, and you don't
No, it
have to
doesn't stop.
restart it.
We'll just will be charging till it's full, but it's better to charge till 80.
And this is an ABB station. Do you have all ABB stations, or you have?
Yeah. All the charges are from ABB.
Okay. And obviously, this has like a gas station. Look to it. These kind of, you pull up and there's two stall. Was that planned to make people feel like comfortable, make people feel like this is something they're used to?
Do you think charging will be the same as fueling your car in the future? Yeah.
It's only green powered energy, so from the sun and from the solar, wind park.
And I was talking with Bart. Well, I brought it up with him 2 years ago, but talking with him again about your preparation for the 150 kilowatt or higher. Super fast, high power, fast charging. Is there anything you're doing at this stage? Anything you have to do at this stage to plan for that, to prepare for that? I know you had the wiring ready for it, but
yeah, we are scheduling to place some of the fast chargers, faster chargers than the 50 kilowatt at the end of the year.
So you're gonna start launching them. 150 kilowatt or
150 first. Yeah.
From ABB again. Yeah. Yep.
So we will be replacing some chargers at biggest stations. Yeah.
So some of the more popular stations, yeah?
Yeah, like in the top 10 stations. And this is one of the better stations.
And so that'll be like a trial to see how people use them, how they work, if they work, and then.
Yeah, but you also need the cars that can charge faster. So.
Right, and so I forget the Opel Ampera. Does it go up to one? Ampera E. Does it go up to 100 or?
Yes.
I think it goes higher than 50, but I forget if it goes to 80 or 100. We can ask him.
Yeah, we can ask Roland for sure.
Roland, the Opel Ampera E, what's the max it's going to be able to charge at?
Yeah, 50 kilowatts.
Oh, so it maxes at 50. So there's no cars coming other than...
There's definitely cars coming, but the question is when.
Yeah.
I mean, the Hyundai Ioniq can already charge around 70 kilowatts.
Oh, the Ioniq Electric can go 70.
Kia Soul as well.
Right.
Around 70.
Okay.
But the chargers are not yet capable, so it will come.
So, she was, we were talking about at the end of the year, you're going to start trialing some of these 150 kilowatt ones at the popular stations. So the car that will most be able to make use of that is a Hyundai Ioniq Electric or Kia Soul EV at 70 kilowatts. Yeah. But that's still half of the.
So we still have to wait for the cars. Actually, yeah.
Do you have any insight on which?
Next year we'll see the.
Do you think the 2000?
Jaguar?
The Jaguar, right?
I-Pace is a likely candidate to have 150 kilowatt.
Yeah.
Maybe the Tesla Model 3.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Only Elon Musk knows.
Or JB Straubel. still deciding in his head.
Yeah.
No, they should be finalized.
Cards to the chest.
Yeah. And what about the 2018 Nissan Leaf? Do you think
it will go faster than 50 for sure?
You think it'll get up to 100, 150?
I don't know about 150, but something towards 100. I think that should be possible.
Yeah. And here
because the shadow mode protocol is already it's out there. Charging up to 150 kilo for the shadow mode is possible.
And you would expect Nissan to be first to market, or one of the first to market with super fast charging, right?
They are behind the shadow mode protocol, so I think they want to be the first on the market with faster than 50 kilowatts.
And regarding the station, does it make a difference to you if it's a CHAdeMO or CCS with your station? It doesn't really.
If you look at the current chargers, they have 3 outlets. The high power chargers will have 2 outlets, CHAdeMO and CCS. It doesn't make matters much more complicated.
Wait, why are there 3 here? CCS, CHAdeMO, and AC, right? AC. Okay, yeah, right, of course.
Yeah, this is a CHAdeMO adapter we placed last year at every station. That's one CHAdeMO adapter.
Actually, so there's 4 standards at this station.
Yeah.
CHAdeMO, CCS, and Tesla.
So you don't get many people coming here to use the level 2?
Because it doesn't work on most cars. If it's a plug-in hybrid, it doesn't work. Very rarely so. It only works for the B-Class, the Mercedes B-Class.
Right, yeah.
Renault Zoe. Tesla, if you want to use AC rather than the Tesla adapter.
Yeah, but then so this is the.
So that can do.
Yeah, and they can do it now with the charging adapter, and
So
because
this-
half of the market now are Tesla, is really interesting for us. Yeah.
Yeah, that was surprising to hear that 50% of the electric cars in the Netherlands are Teslas.
Yeah.
But I was saying with Bart, you know, that's something that stood out to me doing the monthly electric car sales in the US is how many of them, it's a huge percentage are Teslas, even though they're high-end cars.
Yeah.
But it's like one of the only models that's really in every way basically competitive with the gas counterparts, with the S-Class, the 7 Series.
And it's
I mean, I think the Leaf competes with the other cars at this price on the gas market, but the normal person is not going to see it like that, and there's drawbacks. So this is the Fastned Tesla adapter, and it's at every Fastned station.
At every Fastned station. At the beginning of 2016, we placed every station adapter, and we think it's a good solution for
Beginning
the
of
years
2015, you said.
in between, and to also get the Tesla drivers to the Fastned stations.
And these are the ones that you buy from Tesla to Tesla.
Yeah.
And did you buy them all, or Tesla was?
Yeah, we bought them as well. I think we made a deal with them. But,
Okay.
I
Special
don't know anything
discount.
about the deal.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. It was quite funny because we did a lot of openings of the stations, and sometimes the colleagues at the office they could see the opening from there, you know.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And you turn on the disco ball. And,
Yeah.
And do you know any other networks, any other charging networks that have all of them like you do? The Tesla adapter, the
There are some. There's a handful of stations that are also equipped with a charger and then a Tesla adapter.
in the Netherlands,
In the
or
Netherlands,
and do you know any other networks in other countries that are doing like this?
I've not seen anything, and I'm not aware of it.
I don't know if this shows up, but this is showing how many kilowatt hours we've added and how many minutes.
So you can go to the shop, and then you can see, you know, for example, if you need 10 kilowatt hours to continue your trip, you can see in the app.
So we were, struck right away by the beautiful design here. This tree-like design with the really nicely worked-in solar PV. I think this is hugely important to have attractive charging stations, very visible, but very pretty as well.
Yeah.
Can you say a little bit about how that came about here with Fastned? You said you didn't contract out for this design; you have it done in-house, right?
Yeah, one of my colleagues, Maria, she made the design for the city station. Because there's a less space in the cities to build the station, you have to look for another design.
Right.
And she came up with this design, and we can still use the solar panels in it, and we still have the same visibility, or maybe more visibility, because it's quite high. It also has to fit into the city surroundings, and I think this design really.
But you're going to start using them for highway stations as well?
Yeah.
All highway stations, or you just?
Yeah, probably
depends.
for not all highway stations, but probably for the stations abroad. We are thinking for using this design and then make it bigger.
And is there much discussion about the importance of aesthetics and attractive design and convenient access at Fastned, or is this something that you leave it on the table of the designer who's you decided years ago to?
Yeah, well, she's not the only one who will decide the design, but everybody is thinking about what's the best design and what's
And you all use these, so you are always thinking how could they be better?
We're always discussing it, and
What do you think, Roger?
Yeah, looks good.
Looks good.
And there's the solar on top of it still. Obviously a little less surface than the bigger ones, than the highway ones.
Yeah.
But still.
It's really open, really.
Open, covered from rain, which comes in handy in the Netherlands.
Yeah. It rains here? A little bit.
Sometimes.
There's the first urban fast charger. It's a beautiful Fastned design. Looks like a tree shape. And as with all Fastned charging stations, you have Tesla adapter. You have DC charging via CCS or CHAdeMO, and you have an AC option for like the Renault Zoe. Often takes about 20 minutes for the average. He was saying the average Leaf driver or average charging station user goes from 30% to 80% for the Leaf, and I think maybe 20% he said was the average for average user when they come in. It takes 20 minutes to go from 30% to 80% in the Leaf. So grab a quick bite to eat, check email, check Facebook, do a little work, and you're off again.